Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about official prediction main event: Jack Hermanson versus Sean Strickland. Let's get it going.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, Aaron Rodgers, Conor McGregor versus Tony Ferguson.
This, I don't like this one. I don't like having to predict this one. I love this, by the way, as a main event. I don't like having to predict it. Sean Strickland ain't fighting nobody. I know the grammar wasn't correct there, but the vibe was right because it's Sean Strickland. Uriah Hall has had a tendency to get a little scared. Not like scared, you know what I mean? Like how I would be if I was fighting Sean Strickland. But like scared, like a little too scared for a fighter. And it was 5 rounds. It was great. And Sean Strickland absolutely crushed. One of my favorite post-fight interviews happened with Sean Strickland last year. It was just wild and crazy and everything I've wanted in a post-fight interview and more. And that's the only fight we've really seen from Sean Strickland. I know we've seen him fight other dudes, right? But we look at Jack Hermanson, and he's got a resume, right? And, you know, yes, he has the loss, obviously, to Jared Cannonier. And Jared Cannonier is not, like, cream of the crop best guy in the division at all. We're really close. He also has a decision loss to Marvin Vettori. He has a submission via heel hook over Kelvin Gastelum. Goodness gracious. It's just like John Jones, you know? Easy last name. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that Jack Hermanson, he's been here before. I mean, Sean Strickland has as well, but it's only been one time. So that's where we get into the situation where it's hard to predict. Now, Jack Hermanson is going to try to take Sean Strickland down. That's definitely, you know, his forte. That's why he lost to Marvin Vettori. But the reason he lost to Jared Cannonier was because he couldn't take Cannonier down. Now, Uriah Hall never shot for a takedown. He never really tried to grapple, and to my recollection, right? And that kind of hurt Sean Strickland. I don't know what Sean Strickland's takedown defense looks like. I don't know if he, you know, is the accepted and grapple with them. I don't know if he's accepted, go on your back and, you know, go do some damage from the bottom. I don't know if he's accepted, hold it, try to get the ref to stand you back up. I don't know if he's a go to the clinch and don't let it go down, walk back to the cage, use the cage to climb back up, try to sprawl, try to flip it. I don't know. I have no idea. There's so many different ways you can handle being taken down in the UFC, and I haven't seen Sean Strickland do any of them because he hasn't had to. And maybe that's how this fight's going to be too. If this fight is a striking match, Jack Hermanson will get the you-know-what kicked out of him. It's just a fact. Uriah Hall is a phenomenal striker. And even though he looked scared at times during that fight, he was ready to go. He looked also ready to go. And he was throwing some crazy shots. But there was also a 10-8 round in that fight. There was also a couple of moments where, like, this fight's over in the middle of the fight. And it went to decision. Jack Hermanson is not going to be able to strike with Sean Strickland. And even in his most recent victory, right, we still saw him have a desire to strike more. He cannot do that. He has to force the issue. We have to get this to clinch. We have to get this to grappling. Because if he's just going to stand there and strike with Sean Strickland, he will get knocked out very quickly, right? The fight is just going to come down to, what is Sean Strickland's takedown defense? What does it look like? Is he, like you said, is he so good at grappling that it's actually Jack Hermanson should not want to take him down? Is that how good at grappling he is? Is he so good at grappling that he just never gets taken down? Is he actually really bad? Because if Sean Strickland's bad at grappling, now all of a sudden this is a completely different fight. Now all of a sudden Jack Hermanson can get Sean Strickland on his back and he can start laying some ground and pound, and Jack Hermanson can win this fight. Right? Jack Hermanson's obviously the underdog here. Right? But that doesn't mean that he's just going to lose. He's just guaranteed to lose. And in the middleweight division, there really aren't a lot of like obvious journeymen. Uriah Hall's kind of fitting into that category. And I feel like Jack Hermanson is in that category. right? Like, you look at the guys he's lost to, right? Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vettori. You know, Cannonier, he's also fighting. He's fighting in 2 weeks, though. He's fighting on UFC 271 against Derek Brunson. He could be the next person to fight Izzy Adesanya, right? And it's not out of the realm of possibility that the other fight Izzy Adesanya has this year, if he fights 3 times this year, will be another rematch with Marvin Vettori, even though nobody wants to see that, right? Those are the people that Jack Hermanson loses to. He beats guys who are on the rise but don't deserve to be. So if Sean Strickland's got it like that, we're going to find out, right? But I personally think he's got it like that, right? So that's why I say easy first round knockout. It's going to be insane. Crazy way to end the Vegas fight night, whatever they're called now. But let me know what you guys think. Who do you like winning this fight? Do you think the fight's going to stay standing and Sean Strickland's going to absolutely body him? Do you think Jack Hermanson's striking is better than I've been giving him credit for? Let me know in those comments down below. Do you think that Jack Hermanson's going to get the fight on the ground and Sean Strickland's going to surprise us all? Let me know, right? But make sure while you're down there to click that like button and the subscribe button. But this, most importantly of all, have a good day.